Yeah, that's right, Alicia. The concern among Republicans comes down to how this could impact the paycheck of the average American. On the other side of the coin, not doing anything and only making the deteriorating roads even worse is really not an option at this point.
It would certainly be a welcome addition given our needs, well-documented needs because of decades of underinvestment in transportation in Michigan.
The Biden administration's American Jobs Plan calls for $2 trillion towards infrastructure. Nearly $600 billion is being planned for transportation, including $115 billion towards repairing roads and bridges.
We don't know yet if they're going to use a typical authorization formula for that to decide if states get that. So if it's, doled out based on population or miles of freeway or miles driven.
Funding always becomes an issue when it comes to fixing the roads.
The federal gas tax hasn't been raised since 1993. There's nothing else that you can buy now for the same price that you could in 1993. And yet we expect, road departments, both at the local level and the state level across the country to make that work.
I'm not opposed to it, but yet I have some serious concerns with how we're going about it.
Jack O'Malley is a Michigan representative and the chair of the House Transportation Committee. He has concerns this plan would hurt taxpayers. The Biden administration discussing raising the corporate tax to supplement the plan. However, Republicans worry that could have a trickle-down effect on the average taxpayer. The concern over hurting taxpayers was also raised when it comes to paying off the $3.5 billion in bonds Governor Gretchen Whitmer is using to fix state roads. The other concern, fixing local roads.
The governor bonds out for $3.5 billion to fix state roads. Well, what about the 92% other that are local roads, the ones you drive on mainly? So my question now is, this federal money, is that going to federal highways or is that going to come to Main Street?
But with no word yet on where the money will go, Cranston says funding local roads could be a possibility through the American Jobs Plan. As for how to fund these initiatives, it's a conversation that needs to continue on both sides of the aisle on a state and federal level.
We welcome the money, but we also welcome a long-term sustainable solution so that we're not always waiting for the federal government to ride to the rescue.
As for where the plan stands now, President Biden's administration is currently working with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to push this plan forward. President Biden said earlier this week that he is willing to negotiate the scope of the plan and how to pay for it.